everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I'm going to try to interpret what Dukascopy has available for forex trading with automation through their API. JForex, their proprietary platform. I'll give you a quick overview of it in a minute, but as you can see here at this link, they do give you a number of choices where you can use an an IDE for Java using either Eclipse or NetBeans. I like NetBeans over Eclipse. The documentation for Eclipse is fairly decent. Well, I shouldn't say decent, but I can never make assumptions on things until I actually try them and try to get them working. But there seems to be some documentation here showing you how to integrate the API with the JForex using NetBeans. From what I'm seeing here, you would write your strategy in the API, and it would need to be imported into JForex for it to run. Now, unlike the Trader Workstation with interactive brokers, it's obviously not as flexible because you can only do it in Java and or MetaTrader 4 or 5. But we know we're not wanting to use either of those MetaTrader. Now, with that in mind, I guess what I'm saying is, do we use the JForex or do we use MetaTrader with Dukascopy? So that is an option I could use because I know there's some bridges between, let's say, Python and MetaTrader, or even with C++, where MetaTrader 5 is supposed to be close to C++. So those are the two options I could probably work with, but I'll show you the JForex now. So just so you know, when you set up a demo account with JForex, you can only get 14 days to fool around with the account. So we're here obviously in the JForex. We get all our instruments here. Now I want to show you why I prefer JForex over, Dukascopy over all the other brokers. You can see here that there are some exotic currency pairs that you have, better currency selection. So you have ZAR, which is South American Rand. You also have the standard majors, but you also have the Turkish lira, the ruble, the Polish zloty, the Norwegian krone, Mexico peso, the Chinese yuan, and that's pretty well it. But those are, so like, let's say for instance the Turkish lira is a good commodity because it's very volatile because of all the political news going on in Turkey. So that obviously impacts the currency, which gives you some opportunity. So that there is those advantages. Not only that, but with the commodities, the problem is you only have, you can see here, only Brent and light oil. There is some indices for global indices. You have, obviously you can use the Australian, some European, because Dukascopy is out of Switzerland. You have Britain, France, EU overall, Japan, US, tech, the 500 and the 30. Now, personally, I don't. You have some stocks here available. I guess in CFD, metals, XAG, gold, and silver in against the U.S. dollar, so you can sort of trade those metals. And that's pretty well it. So out of this, you can submit your order. I'm not going to do that. Now, once again, this is a demo account. I just can't remember how to get the charts viewing, but market overview, I believe. Okay, so let me just see if I can pull up a chart here. I know there's a chart capability. I mean, I know the charts are pretty well standard, but let's just continue looking at orders. When you put those on, positions, you do have some strategies. Obviously, these will be in Java. Let's see if I can load one up. Here it is in Java, but again, this is imported directly into the JForex, so there is that. Historical data. I can't download it just due to the fact that I don't have a live. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's the first time I'm actually seeing that. So you can download the data for backtesting. You do have a tester, price alerter, live economic calendar, which is important. The historical tester, and some other stuff, market news, and obviously all these will impact currencies. Okay, so we also have available the cloud options store, I believe, your strategies on, and standard themes, dark and light. Okay, some other things that these will load in your account with the browser. So as it stands, there's a tool that you can visually build out your JForex strategies. You can use JStore for buying third-party strategies, market news, signal trading, obviously notifications, some other stuff, and as I said, I am trying to figure out how to load in the charting. See if that will do anything. Load up the previous workspace. Guess not, no. Boy. Okay, I'm going to give up here. I do know that it does have charting. I'll have to get help from somewhere on that. All right, well, I'll just leave it at that, and we'll continue along. This is really bugging me, though. All right, wish us luck. Talk to you later.